My name is Art Napolitano. This is my wife, Jennifer. And ACN has given us financial security, has given us the freedom and time to spend with our children. And we have a lifestyle that few people even dare to dream about. When I first looked at network marketing, I was playing lead guitar for a rock and roll band. I mean, I had hair down the middle of my back. Met my wife playing in a band. She's out there in spandex. And the funny thing is I wore spandex too back then. Yeah. We had minor success back in the 80s. We had one record, sell about 50,000 copies. After 10 years of that, I took a step back from my life at the point I hit 29 years old. We thought about maybe someday getting married, having children, buying a home. And I really looked at my financial picture a little differently than I had in the past. I loved music. It was something I worked 10 years at to try to get big recording contracts. But I was at a point where I had to be realistic in my situation. I was driving a car that had a hole in the floor. We covered it with a mat. I've had my phone shut off because I every month was juggling my bills. I've had my bank account closed at 29 years old. I didn't even have a legitimate bank account to cash a check. And, when I took a step back, I realized I was sick and tired of that. I didn't want to be broke. And I just wondered what was next. ACN is an incredible opportunity. Hands down, I would say it's the best opportunity in network marketing today. We got started actually together, and we were doing presentations. We started to learn the industry. We worked real hard, made a lot of calls. A lot of people laughed at me. A lot of people said, "Oh, you're going to get wealthy just like you're going to be a rock and roll star." They don't laugh too much when they see where we live and the fact that, we're at every one of our kids' events. I can plan around those activities. As a parent, we all want to do the best we can for our children. And I even remember how many hours my dad worked in a normal corporate situation. It was very difficult to leave that corporate job or that normal job and be at your kids' activities because obviously the commitments are serious, especially the higher you go in an organization. And what I found is the higher I've gone in this organization, the more freedom I had to be able to do those things and give time. I get to build my own schedule around the things that are important. Of course, my business is important and you gotta work, but I also get to take care of business at home. I want to be known first as a father, to my kids and a good husband to my wife, and then have a good business as well.
Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I am so busy. I don't even know what I do every day, but I am so busy at it. After running the kids around to all their events, it's nice to jump on my horse and just go out where it's nice and quiet and go for a nice trail ride. It's peaceful. It was almost like I can be a kid. I can still be a kid. I can go out there and play and just have a ball while he's in there doing conference calls.
At some point in life, you have to take a step back and say, what's really important to me? I mean, life is so short. ACN is really different from what most people think because all they know is go to school, learn a trade, get a job. They're not really understanding how to get time and money. And I really think people need to step back and really take a look at what's important to them. If they only look beyond this week's check or this month's paycheck, then they might see why this is a great place for them to be. There's a price to pay for any of this. There was definitely a sacrifice in terms of a lot of nights away from home, giving up some weekend time to get to this point. But it's worth it. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. They only see the work, and they don't see what the result can be. And it's such a new way for people to make a living and to really have the life they deserve.
'Cause we are the Gigi Turner Band.
It's amazing how life comes in a full circle sometimes because it was lack of the success I was looking for in music that led me to looking for new opportunities, which landed me in network marketing in ACN. After I developed that financial success I was looking for, I started back in music again.
The way you shaking, honey, now please don't lose it.
And I got together with some of my old bandmates, and we started playing with an idea that eventually we'd record a new album and maybe even go to Europe and tour. And, that's just what happened. did shows in Holland. We played at a convention, and there was over 5,000 people partying with us, having a great time, and we got to play all our original music, and the reaction was just awesome. It was like we made it, you know. It's like, you know, I get a lifelong dream come true after all these years. In fact, at 47 years old, I told my kids, never give up on your dreams, never give up, because here's the situation where, you know, many years after I put music on a back burner, it's come full circle again, and it's just a lot of fun, and I don't need hit records anymore, but it's what I love to do.